Let me know if you guys can hear me well. You should be able to hear me. Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome. Come on in. I got a great deal here too for you guys here. Should be in the pinned comment. But check it out. Bit Unix. Absolutely amazing. 500 bucks right there for you guys. Check it out. It's in the pinned comment. And yeah, let's go live here on TikTok as well. All right, guys, let's see. Yeah, guys, join the Bit Unix. I'll make this bigger. All right, I think it should be good. Welcome to the live stream, guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me well. Don't forget to like wherever you guys are on YouTube, wherever you guys are. And I have a great deal here for you guys. You guys can see right there. I'll share it in a little bit. But yeah, welcome to the live stream. Taking a look here at Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the daily because we were up green here on the daily from yesterday. Getting some resistance right there on the 25. So we actually got 19 minutes left for the daily close. So we'll be live streaming the daily close here. 19 minutes. Let me know if you guys can hear me well too on TikTok and YouTube. How the audio is. And we'll be checking out your favorite coins as well. So I mean, if we got a daily close here above the 21, we should be good here, right? If we dump down here in the next 18 minutes, which I don't believe we will, but that'll be bearish if we dump below like 89. 89,400, 89,500 around there. Jay Pizzle, what's up, Jay? What's up, Rick? What's up, Summer? Hi, baby. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like. We only got a couple likes. But yeah, Bitcoin here, 18 minutes here till the daily close, right? Just kind of looking here at and see what Bitcoin is doing here on the daily. The 4 hour, we had a big reversal back here to 89,900. So let's see. Maybe we're retesting this massive resistance here. So, I mean, this is looking pretty bullish so far, in my opinion. Unless we get a dump to 89,500 in the next 18 minutes, right? Which is when we close here on the daily. Thank you guys for the likes. And of course, I'm gonna check out your favorite altcoins, so stay tuned for that. Let me just put some music on here for the people on YouTube. And of course, guys, check out this. Look, I can't really talk about it too much on TikTok, but this is an amazing deal. It ends 19th of December. Okay, shout out to this platform. It's all in my profile. Just click on it. It should be like the third, fourth link, but you can get up to this amount. Look at that. You see that? Just with the deposit, it's instantly. So you deposit and then you trade and then you get it instantly. Okay, check it out. It should be in my profile. Appreciate it. You set an order? That's awesome. KC Cattle, what's up? Like the analysis. I'd be a little bearish anyway, brother. Yeah. I mean, I'm saying I'm bullish short term, right? I'm bullish short term here for us to go higher, right? Seeing where we close out. Because I said, look, unless we got 16 minutes left for the daily close, unless we dump down here below the 21 MA, which is this blue line here on the daily, right? I got the 21 MA. Unless we get a dump here and we get a daily close around 89,500, then I'm bearish. But getting close here, I'm bullish for this to continue, right? And if you look here on the 4-hour too, we're kind of, we're kind of flipping this resistance as support. So this dump here on the 4-hour, we close above this, we should be good here short term at least, right? So if we get a close like this, we should be able to be above 90K tomorrow, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, welcome to the live stream. Thank you, guys. I'll be checking out your favorite altcoins. Bitcoin update. Look, I'm going to give you guys here a Bitcoin update before I talk about the altcoins, which altcoins you guys want. Look, Bitcoin is holding the monthly. It's very simple, in my opinion. If we get a monthly close below the 25, which is in yellow right here, right, the 25 MA on the monthly, we're probably going to come down and test that 50 on the monthly, which is around 57K. Which was the previous all-time high range. So nothing's guaranteed, right? It's not guaranteed that we'll go to those prices, even though you see a lot of influencers saying that we will. They really don't know, right? You got to understand these guys. They really don't know if we're going here for sure. But I would say the number one signal here is if we get a daily close, a monthly close below the 21 and 25 here, maybe somewhere around 80K, okay, around here. Then yeah, I would say we're probably going to dump down that low to this level. So far that hasn't happened yet. We tested it here the last 2 months, pretty heavy here, right? Bounced off of it. So far we've been holding it here on the weekly. You can kind of see we're holding that 100 in May, which is in purple. So the monthly we're holding the 21 and 25. The weekly we're holding the 100. The 2-week we're holding the 50. So on all these time frames, we're at a significant moving average here for a Bitcoin. So the only time I'm going to turn bearish once we start losing those moving averages on all these important time frames, right? Once we start losing all these moving average to the downside, then I'll turn bearish. But I've been accumulating. I've been buying. I'm still pretty bullish. It's definitely in the bear flag on the 4-hour. Let's take a look here on the 4-hour. Yeah, I can see. Let's take away the moving average. Yeah, I can see why you're saying that, right? Like a bear flag here. That definitely looks like a bear flag on the 4-hour, right? Where we see something like this. And usually a bear flag, it's coming down from a downtrend, right? A downtrend momentum. And then we kind of have this relief rally here. Not a rally, but a relief uptrend, right? But what I've been saying, like I'm bullish short term. It doesn't mean that long term, right? I'm bullish short term, meaning we will probably, test the top of this bear flag, and if we're bearish and this is a bear flag, then we break down to the downside. But I would just say be careful shorting, even though you might think this is a bear flag. We're at the bottom of the bear flag, so you might have one last push up here. before we break this to the downside, right? So, but yeah, it definitely looks like a bear flag on the 4-hour for sure. Bear trap. Like, I would say it's a bear trap, right? Long term, at the moment, like I said in the beginning of the live stream, I'll turn bearish when Bitcoin starts losing all these important moving averages here on each time frame. So the monthly, we're holding the 21 and 25, which is, you know, blue and yellow. The 2 week, we're holding the 50 on the 2 week. The weekly, we're holding the 100, right? So, and then on the 3 day, you know, we basically recovered and we're holding that 200 MA on the 3 day. So, you know, once we start losing these, once we start closing below these, like the weekly, the 2 week, then I'll turn bearish. But so far, Bitcoin's been holding it pretty good. So, yeah, it was like a reverse altcoin season, right? Everyone expected altcoin season was reverse. 94K seems to be the 4-year support that turned resistance to me. I'm getting mixed chart feelings. Look, one thing for sure, and you know, I would rather happen right now. At some point, Bitcoin is going to have to come down here and test that previous all-time high point of control, which is right here. So I would rather it be right now and just get it over with. But I don't think it's going to be like a super long-term bear market where we're just going down here. And a lot of people are saying we bottom in we're going to bottom in October 2026 based on the cycle timing and everything, right? But I do see at some point Bitcoin at least coming down to this point of control from the previous 2021 all-time high level, just like it did right here, right? We went to the 2017 all-time high point of control right there. This could be that moment where we do it, come down to it, right? And like, if we do come down that low, right, to this level, I don't expect us to be here for a long period of time. I expect us to, you know, make a bottom here pretty fast. Might be a you know, 1 to 2 or 3 months, but I'd rather get it over with beginning of 2026 at least. We'll see what happens. And again, guys, check out my profile. They gave me this amazing deal right here. Look at that. It's the most they can give me to give you guys. It ends on the 19th of December. You guys can check it out. It's instant, by the way. So when you deposit, you trade, you put your first trade, and then you get that, okay? Depending on how much you deposit, and also the trading volume. So check it out. I never had a problem with them. I've been using them for 1.5 years. So really great platform. But it should be all in the profile. And I'll show you guys right here too. Yeah. I mean, short term right now, I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin. I could see us going into the 90s this week. We're about to have the daily close, right? We got 9 minutes left here for the daily close. Like I said, if we get a daily close here, if we get a daily close above 89,500 level right here, be above the 21 MA, we should be looking good to continue this momentum up. Right, so far we're holding it. We got 9 minutes left here for the daily close. And I would expect Bitcoin to continue this momentum to the upside to eventually hit 94K again. I sent you 3 images. All right, I'll take a look at it. Where did you send in the Telegram? By the way, guys, join the free Telegram. I got a free Telegram. It should be in the profile as well. It's I believe it's this one right here. Okay, it should be over here. You could click right here, the free Telegram right there. And then right here, it's the second one. So if you want to check out this, basically, you can get up to this amount, right? It's super easy, instant rewards. You can check it out. It's the second one right here. No KYC, as you guys can see. And if you guys want a good deal on the Trezor, Keystone, One Key, Ledger, you guys can check out those links too. I just posted a review for Trezor. As you can see, I have right here, I have the latest Trezor. Okay, the Trezor Safe 7. I just made a review on it on YouTube. Amazing wallet. It's my favorite wallet right now. And this is, in my opinion, the cheapest, best wallet is the One Key Pure, S1 Pure. The reason why I like it so much is that it's 79 bucks And I think if you use my link, you get like 5% off. But it's 79 bucks. And it doesn't have a battery, which is great because since it doesn't have a battery, you don't have to, if the battery breaks, right? There's wallets out there that have batteries. If the battery breaks, you can't use your wallet. And it has the EAL6 Plus chip right here. So it has great security, open source, 79 bucks, great deal. Again, you guys can check it out right here. One key, you get 5% off using my link, as well as the Trezor, Keystone, and all of these right here. But yeah, definitely check it out. Should we sell holdings when it reaches above 95K and load up when it goes below 70K? That's a great question. I mean, it depends on, you know, because what can happen, you know, it might just be Bitcoin going to 95K, right? These altcoins might not explode. But if you do go to 95K or 98K or even 100K Bitcoin, and some of your altcoins 2x or 1x or goes up pretty good, you can definitely take some profits to balance, to kind of hedge yourself, right? Just in case it is a dead cat bounce and we do go to 70K. So you know, that's a great question by Muhammad. If you want to, if you're, let's say you're too much in crypto right now and we do have a big pump, you can definitely take some profits for sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll check out your DM later. I'll check out your DM later. And also, guys, when you guys join the free Telegram, don't forget to click I am not a bot. We're about to hit 1,000 people in there. It's free too, by the way. But to join, you just go to my profile and it's right here. Just click right there. Let's see what happens when you click. It's called Cryptopolis 8. And then boom, right there. Cancel. So look, we're at 969. Okay. I'm pretty active on there. You guys can join. And it's just a pretty fun crypto community. Anytime, Muhammad. Yeah, I'm on the monthly here for Bitcoin. Look, for the new people coming in, we're going to do an update here on Bitcoin first, and then we'll cover your altcoins. Overall, Bitcoin right now, we're holding very key moving averages here on each time frame. The monthly, you can see how we bounced on the 25 MA, which is in yellow. The 21 MA, where we've been holding above it on the monthly. Right, then we go here to the 2 week. We've been holding that 50 MA here on the 2 week. Then you go here on the weekly. We've been holding that 100 MA on the weekly. Right, then you go here on the 3 day, that 200 MA. So we're holding a very important moving averages here on every time frame. And in my opinion, that's pretty bullish. The moment I'll turn bearish is once we start losing step by step. It's kind of like a domino effect, right? Once we lose that 3 day 200 right here, once we start closing below here, and then on the weekly, once we start closing below the 100 MA, and then on the 2 week closing below that, and then on the monthly will probably be last. But once we start closing below these moving averages, then I would say that's bearish. But so far we've been holding it, right? It's been a big move to the downside, but we've been holding it pretty well. Do you use an adapter or a different cable for your Keystone 3? Because I don't have anything to plug it in. Great question. So I do have the Keystone 3. I don't have it with me right now. But for the Keystone 3, what I love about it is that you can use it. It's like a hybrid wallet. You can use it air-gapped, or you can use a cable to connect it to your computer to do the updates or to charge it, right? But I do use it to charge. I don't use it for the updates, but I do use it to charge. You can use the SD card for the updates, right? If you want to keep it fully air gapped, but I do use it to charge, at least charge it. Okay. But I do like the Keystone. Again, like I said, guys, these are all my favorite wallets. I have all these right here, and all of them I have a promotion for you guys. If you use my link, you'll get like 5%, 10%. It depends on the company. Right, Trezor's my number one. I love Keystone too. These top three right here are all open source. This is why I love these top three. Then Ledger is 95% open source, but I think Ledger has the number one best user interface. So I do have Ledger too. I like them. Tangem, it's up there. Ledger based on user interface, right? And then LEPAL is decent too. So check them all out right there. And also too, guys, check out the Gemini credit card. They've been doing 5% cash back on any crypto. If you guys use my link, you get 50 bucks. But I've been having the Gemini crypto credit card for like 2 years now, and they recently just came out and said that you can earn 5% on anything for about a week. And I just been using it for everything. It's been amazing. I've been earning a cash back on any crypto. So, and the last red candle is 2 week for holding now. Which red candle? You're talking about the monthly or the other time frames, the weekly? I can't use it at all with the stupid USB-C cable. I only have regular USB-C. Oh, okay. You only have the so your Keystone only came with the USB-C cable. I gotta check mine. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I use it. I think I use like a different one. If it didn't come with it, I probably used a different one. But if you only have USB-C to USB-C, you can use your phone, right, with the Keystone app, I guess. So what happens at the daily close? So let's go back to the daily. Like, I believe, you know, the daily closing above here, I think it's bullish short term. I think we'll probably continue this into the 90s and test 94K again. Okay, like I said, if we got a daily close here, you can see how we had a dump here from 94K and we lost the 21 MA right there, right? But if we would have got another close below that 21 MA in blue, we probably would have came down and tested 86 right away. But I believe here in about 50 seconds, right, we're going to get a decent close and we should be able to move up here to test 92 and then eventually 94. So short term, it looks pretty bullish here. When you pull the monthly MACD, looks just like crossed. Yeah, I'll take a look here at the monthly MACD. I don't have the MACD, but I'll try to add it here. And thank you guys so much. You guys have been killing it with the likes, almost 2,000 likes. Absolutely amazing. If you guys are just joining in, by the way, too, check out this amazing deal right here. Ends December 19th, but you can get up to this amount. Like, very simple. Just by depositing and putting in your first trade, you'll get it instantly. You can check it out right here. It's the second link in my profile. It's this one right here. It's no KYC too, by the way. But it's an amazing deal. I've been using them too for like a year plus. Never had any problems. And I get these deals monthly. So if you use my link once, every single month, as long as you do this, you'll be able to get these rewards. Okay, these bonuses as you guys can see. So check it out. So let's get the MACD here. MACD. All right, so we got the monthly MACD, and you're right. You know, the monthly MACD did cross here. We do have a cross here on the monthly MACD for Bitcoin, as you guys can see right there. So right, the last time it crossed, yeah, the last time it crossed was the top right here too, right? 2021 at the top, right? When it crossed on the bottom here, we were already bottomed out here. It was around 30,000 here when we crossed the upside here. So we do have a cross here on the MACD on the monthly, as you guys can see. And we're starting to get our second blue red bar here too. And on the weekly, we're coming down here too as well. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty big deal here if you guys follow the MACD. Pretty big cross here. Last time we did cross was the top two back in 2021. So there's a lot of big signs here. The cross has 113 retests. If you reverse calculated states resistance is near there. A Chainlink is going down further. I'll take a look at Chainlink. So Chainlink holding $13 here. The 618. Right. I mean, there's really no big signs here if Chainlink is going to break the 618 level. This is a massive support level here for Chainlink. You know, we got to watch out here. What I would say is, I would say this. Look, if Chainlink comes up here to test that 0.5, which is around $16 Chainlink, right? Once Chainlink comes up here, and we're kind of getting like a massive stochastic move here, right? The stochastic RSI is like having a big move up here to the middle, and we're kind of struggling here. Then I would say we can have a big, massive top right here, right? And that could be a dead cat bounce here, and then we come back down and lose the support. So I would say that's a big sign right here. We're still very oversold. But if we have a big move here to 16 bucks Chainlink, and we start getting this massive move at least to the middle, right, to the 50 mark here for the stochastic RSI, that's very pretty bearish in my opinion. But you know, I believe Chainlink will hold this level right here, especially with Bitcoin holding 90K. You know, we came down here. For the last 2 months here, this month and the last month, we've been holding above it, right? Holding above the 618. And I did buy some here. I bought some $11, $12 Chainlink. And I like buying the bottom of these ranges here, right? Massive support levels. If we do lose this level, Chainlink is probably, if we lose $11, $10 mark, we'll probably come down to like $8, $7.90 around here, right? So yeah, I mean, on the monthly, you can kind of see a massive inverse head and shoulders, right? But it's not guaranteed that this will play out to the downside just yet. On people to invest into real crypto, they should only be messing with Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin. You're talking about ETH Classic? Well, I think about Filecoin. I think Filecoin is pretty bad. I don't know what's going on with them, if they're actually going to burn half their supply. If they do that, that's pretty bullish, but I don't have any high hopes for Filecoin, to be honest. You can just look at the chart and it's just off a chart. Marco, thank you, Marco. Appreciate it. Shout out to Marco for the gifts. Thank you for the GOAT, bro. So yeah, I mean, my opinion on Filecoin, I would just say exactly what what was the guy that said that, you know, you should be messing with the top coins, right? Yeah, I mean, just look at this chart here. It's been just down, down, down since 2021, right? So, you know, I definitely want to put any trust on Filecoin's team if they are going to burn half the supply. Bitcoin weekly candle close. Let's take a look here at the weekly. So we closed here on the daily and the weekly. You can see right here. We really got no body here on the weekly. Very unique candle here we got here on the weekly. But you know, we're holding that 100 MA, which is good. If we do have a big push up here for Bitcoin, like I said, after we break 94K, we're going straight up to 98K. After we break 98K, we're probably going to test 103, 102 level right here, which is where the 50 MA is on the weekly. Right, the 50 MA. And this is the thing, right? Once we come up here to 102, 101, 103 for Bitcoin, it's going to be a very important level, because that 50 MA in green, right, the 50 moving average on the weekly, was once very big support. You can see how we had a beautiful bounce here. Now we're going to test it from the other way, the other side, right, the resistance. So we lost that support right there. We'll probably work our way up here. And this is what everyone's talking about, a dead cat bounce, right? Everyone is talking about Bitcoin moving up here, but putting in a lower high. And this is what I've been saying. If you guys want to kind of balance your portfolio out, if you're too much into crypto right now, once we do come up here to this level for Bitcoin, and maybe your altcoins are up pretty good, you can definitely take some profits, right? Take some risk off your portfolio if you want to. But I am pretty bullish here in the short term for Bitcoin moving up to that level. Especially seeing how oversold we are too here on the weekly. Right, we're pretty oversold. Matram, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you, bro. I mean, so these lines, they're pretty important. They're the moving averages, right? So I have these colors right here. I got the 21, 25, 50, 100. And this is on the monthly right here. But comment some altcoins you guys want me to check out. It's kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure here the total market cap for crypto is still above 3 trillion. So similar to Bitcoin on the monthly, the crypto market cap is also looking very similar, where we're holding that 21 and 25 MA right there. You see that? And we're still above 3 trillion, which is great to see. So it's like what I said, guys. Once we start losing these important psychological levels here, closing below here, you'll get the hints ahead of time, right? Then we're probably going to go lower. If Bitcoin goes, back into the 50s or so, I mean, we can possibly come here to 2.40, 2.46 market cap, right? 2.60 was the previous all-time high around here. So, I mean, that could be a big level where we test out. But we're still holding these moving averages pretty well. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. But it's just kind of crazy, right, with how bearish it's been lately, the sentiment, and the crypto total market cap is still above 3 trillion. Obviously, Bitcoin is has been holding, the majority of the crypto market, obviously, but it's just kind of crazy how we're still holding that 3 trillion mark. Dogecoin, we'll take a look at Dogecoin. So let's take a look here at Dogecoin, starting from the monthly, and then we'll work our way down. So you can see this is a massive pullback, retest here to that 618 level. And yeah, I mean, Dogecoin hasn't really closed below here ever since back in 2024 last year. So this is a massive retest, and I believe Dogecoin has everything to bottom around here, around this level right here, put in a higher low possibly, right? Especially since this was a massive resistance here back in 2022, bear market, and we've been we're still kind of in this upwards momentum here, right? In this uptrend here. So we can definitely put in a higher low here and then eventually come back up to 19 cents. We just can't lose that. We can't get rejected at 19 cents. So maybe Bitcoin does pump to 102, 103, and we cannot have a lower high here for Dogecoin at 19 cents. Because then if that happens, we'll probably break this and come back to like 10 cents. Right, we'll do something like that. So that's a possible scenario for Dogecoin. I'd rather have that, 10 cents happen on this drop and then eventually slowly work our way and go above. But we can test 19 cents first before we break down there. You guys been killing it. Thank you, Sui. We got Sui. The economy is set up to tank. I think all investments will tank. You think so? You think the stock market too? All right, let's take a look here at Sui. One of the most anticipated altcoins here. And I've been buying Sui too. I really like Sui. I've been buying here on the way down. And you can kind of see Sui's kind of in the middle here. Right, if you really look at it. You can kind of see here, Sui. I would probably say there's still a big chance Sui can come down to like 119, 120, right? This mark. But before we come down, they're probably going to move up here and get a rejection here, maybe around 196 to $2. This is a big possibility that can happen. Okay. And we're very oversold here on the weekly. The monthly is going to oversold for the first time here for SUI. So long term, I'm pretty bullish on SUI, even though even if it does come here to like 120, 119 level here, I believe in the long term, SUI is putting in a higher low here. Right. Kind of see here on the daily too. So you get those hints first on the daily and the shorter time frames. You can see how we've been dumping here at the market, but finally we've been breaking above the 21, the 25. And usually once this happens, we're kind of testing this. We'll probably get a big pump and test that next moving average, which is that 50 MA here around 190 or 180, depending where we go there. So pretty bullish on SUI, at least short term. Let's see how it reacts with 190 and $2. It can take a big hit once we do come up to that level. Diamond, what's up, Diamond? How you doing, bro? Hope all is good with you too. Thanks for coming to the live stream, bro. Appreciate it. Shout out to everyone on here. We're about to hit 4,000 likes. Absolutely amazing. I have a Trezor Safe 7 review coming here for TikTok. If you guys are interested in my opinion, the best cold storage wallet. Okay, I have one on YouTube, the review video. I'll be making a short one for TikTok. So stay tuned for that. Who has a better chance to go up? XRP versus SUI? I'll probably say XRP. Or if I had to pick one, probably XRP. Cool guy, Jen. What's up, man? How you doing? How am I feeling about Chainlink? I'm still bullish on Chainlink. I think Chainlink is, you know, I've been buying Chainlink 11, 12 bucks. Again, like I said with Chainlink, we've been holding the 618 level, which is 1190, right? This level right here, very important for Chainlink. And we've been holding it pretty well. You know, if Bitcoin does break down to under 80K, we do test that 50, 60 levels, then Chainlink will probably go down to 8 to 750 around here and test that bear market resistance top right here. Right, so it's kind of like nothing's guaranteed, right? I'm pretty sure you're hearing a lot of people super bearish saying this will happen. They don't know if it's going to happen, right? I don't know if it's going to happen. But, you know, as an investor, you really want to understand how to balance out your portfolio, right? Chainlink is coming down to a big psychological support level. And we don't know if it's going to break this, right? We don't know if Bitcoin is going to break 80K eventually. So, you know, you buy. If you're bullish, you buy. And that's what I've been doing here. I haven't gone all in, but I've been buying here because I really don't know. I'm not going to wait and be greedy and wait for a $8 Chainlink here, which might not happen. So you can just see this amount of support. Chainlink's been holding it pretty well. Even with this massive crypto crash, we've been holding up this pretty well. So I don't expect Chainlink to dump down below 10 bucks unless Bitcoin dumps below 80K. So, yeah, I'm pretty bullish overall for Chainlink. And this is a great time too, guys. This is a great time to research a lot of these altcoins and really look at the ones that you believe long-term are great, right? You can look at the ETFs, which coins are getting ETFs, which coins are really good long-term here, because a lot of them are at good prices, even Solana, even Chainlink as well, and even Cardano too at 40 cents. Cardano, yeah. But yeah, I did buy. I'm not gonna lie, Chainlink was one of my biggest buys here when it came down to 11 bucks, 11, 12 bucks. It definitely was one of my biggest coins here. ETH weekly close bullish. We'll take a look at it. If you actually really look at it, ETH, it looks like it wants to do an inverse head and shoulders, possibly, right? I'm not saying that this will happen. But, you know, for the chart patterns out there, the pattern traders out there, it looks like ETH might do an inverse head and shoulders if, you know, the bullish scenario plays out, which is a great thing, right? This is on the monthly. We'll check out here the weekly. And yeah, I would say the weekly close is pretty bullish here. This is pretty bullish here for ETH, right? We had the last 4 weeks, boom, boom, boom. The last week, nice green candle. And then this past week, we have a green candle to follow up to the upside. So I would expect ETH to continue this pivot here, at least to possibly come up to like retest 3,300 level right around here, right? 3,350. I could see that happening. Okay. Especially since on the weekly too, it's very oversold, right? So, but we got that nice weekly crossover right here. So that's saying the momentum is changing here, and we might start to change the momentum to the upside. So let's see how ETH reacts to 3,300. That might be the next move here for Ethereum. And by the way, for the new people just joining in, don't forget to get my amazing deal here. I've been using them for about 2 years, a year and a half, and they've been really good. Right here, okay, you can get up to this amount right here using my just using my profile link. But I've been using them for about a year and a half. Great platform, and you can get up to that amount, or you can get up to this amount, and it's instant too, right? Deposit, trade, and then you get it, and it should be right here. It should be in my profile. No KYC. It's this one right here. It's the second link. Boom. And the best thing about using my link is that if you use my link one time, you don't get these bonuses as a one-time thing. Each month they give me a new campaign. This is the campaign that ends December 19th. And if you use my link one time, each month you can use the new campaigns I provide you guys. So it's a recurring bonus that you guys can get using my link. So definitely check it out. Put it right there. And let's take a look here at Sui. So we got Sui, Ondo, H-bar. Let's see the first one we'll cover here, Sui. Take a look here at Sui again. What was your question? I don't see it. Maybe Instagram, maybe TikTok automatically deleted it, but I don't see your question. Oh, I see it right. Should I short or long ETH right now? Like I just showed you, I'm more bullish on ETH, so I'll be careful shorting it. It depends on your trade too. Are you scalping, or are you swinging? If you're swinging or long term, I'll probably long. Again, nothing here is financial advice, but I'd be careful shorting ETH right here, especially going after a weekend, right? So, just my opinion. And overall, Sui, I think Sui's a great pick. It's a newer coin, never had a bull market yet. And ever since it came out, it's been in this beautiful long-term uptrend, this massive dump. All it's doing is trying to find a bottom here. Sui might come up here to $2 before it comes to 120 first. But, that 120, 119 level is a big level right there for Sui for sure to hit. I'd rather get it over with and just hit it right now, right, in the next coming months, early 2026. But you might see a move here to $2 Sui first. I'll pick XRP over Sui, but I like both. With stocks, I don't have any stocks right now. I do mostly crypto. Can you please analyze Mudeng? I got you, Angel. I got you. Let me check out some other coins here first that was commented, but I'll check out Mudeng as well. We'll check out Render here first, and then we'll check out Mudeng. Hey, Lewis, what do you think about Kita? I heard a lot of good things about Kita. Never really looked into it, but I'll take a look at their chart too. Let's take a look here at Render first. And then we got Mudeng and we got Kita. And RNDR, I want to find the original chart here for RNDR. Yeah. I wish I had the original chart. Is this? Yeah, this is the original chart. Okay, great. Before it migrated. So Render, we had a massive pull, not dump. I would say a massive move to the downside here for Render. testing basically 2023 pullback here at that 0.5. So I mean, I would say this is not a bad deal here for Render. It's testing a major Fibonacci level that it bounced off here in 2023. We came with a little lower to like 130, but yeah, if you're bullish on Render, I mean, it's not completely bearish at all. Extremely oversold. That is, again, it's not guaranteed we hold this, right? We can break this. And if we're very bearish, we can definitely come to like 130 or even the dollar. But most likely in the short term, we'll at least get a bounce here, especially if Bitcoin starts moving to 98K plus. We'll at least get a bounce here to test 230, right? A change of momentum here. And the first signal will be right here on the weekly stochastic flip, a monthly flip. On the weekly, we're very oversold too. So, you know, if you want to play on the safe side, you can wait like a couple weeks to see if Render does flatten out here on this Fibonacci level and then buy in. But most likely the odds are it will kind of find a pivot here, right? Being down this much. But yeah, I mean, I really like Render. I like their project as well. And since Render came out, you know, it's not putting in some new lows here. It's testing these old previous resistance levels from back in 2023. I'm bullish on XRP and Bitcoin. Fair Value Gary says, I found a different cable for Keystone. Would you consider a third-party cable safe for updating? Great question. Honestly, yeah, because I think the most important thing, Fair Value Gary, is your computer, right? Does your computer have malware? Does it have, right, all these things with it? Then no, I think that's the most important thing. But even if it's a third-party cable, I think you'll be safe using it as long as your computer or your platform is safe, right? So yeah, I think you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I used your code for the Keystone, by the way. Good man. Oh man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for using my code. Shout out to Fair Valley Gary. And hopefully you got a good deal off the Black Friday deal, because they did have some good deals for Keystone. But yeah, thanks for using my code, bro. And again, if you have any questions, you guys know I'm active on the Telegram. You can message me on the Telegram. Again, one thing too, I would never message you first on Telegram. So if you see a DM, I would never message you first. But you can just go to the Telegram and just post in the group. Or you can see my official Telegram and, you know, you can send me if you got any questions. But yeah, the Keystone is a great wallet. It's open source. You can use it with Rabbi. I personally like Rabbi wallet, but you can use OKX and you can use DeFi with it. So it's honestly really, really good. I'm stacking that Sui. Yeah, I think Sui can go possibly to 119, but there's a big chance Sui will probably go to like 190 first. I mean, overall, right? Like, you don't know where Sui is going next, really. So it's overall great to just stack it. But there's a big chance we can test like $190, $2. If we get a resistance there, right? A rejection there, dead cat bounce here, then there's a big chance we'll lose that and we'll test a 120, 119 level right here. I'd rather just get it over with and just test it in the next coming months, but that's not usually how the market works, right? It's not only down only or only up only. We move in waves, so we might test that $192 mark. Maybe Bitcoin's at 103K and we get a big rejection. That's your sign right there. That will probably come down to like 119. But overall, I think Sui long term is a great coin long term. Taking a look here at Moodang. Let's actually take a look at Moodang here for Angel, and then we'll take a look at Kita. So Moodang, one of the meme coins here. Let's see how it's looking. Trying to find it here. All right. I mean, Mooding doesn't look too bad, right? Especially for a meme coin. You know, it's not like it's a pump and dump here. I just want to find a better chart here because I know. RSC, I'll check out RSR and GRT. I got you, man. Yeah, I mean, so Mooding, I mean, for a meme coin, it definitely doesn't look too bad. It's just in this massive pendant, right? This massive asymmetrical pendant that it's been in, right? So yeah, you know, hopefully this breaks to the upside. You can see right here. You know, the good thing is on the weekly, we're pretty oversold. And now we got that flip here on the weekly. So we might test the top of the pendant, right? Before, if we do to go down lower, we lose the slow. We might test the top of this pendant around 12 cents. So again, you really want to look at the market, and maybe Bitcoin's at 98K, 103. And maybe Mooding is kind of struggling up here. That might be a sign to sell because we'll probably come back down, right? So I would say 12 cents, 12 cents and a half is a big target here for Mooding being this oversold, right? We might get that momentum change to the upside. So overall, pretty bullish here in the short term. Wandering Charizard, let me know if you're still here. I'll check out Kita for you. Let me know if you're still here. In the meantime, I'll look at RSR. If you're still here, I'll check out Kita next. Guy's been killing it. Let me see here. All right, Polka. We got Polka Dot. John, what's up, John? How you doing, bro? Merry Christmas. What do you think about XAN? I haven't looked at it yet. I'll take a look at it. All right, so let's take a look here, and then we'll look at Polka Dot and then XAN. So RSR, big move to the downside. You know, but what I like about here, even though this is a big dump here, right? We lost that point of control. So the bears are in control right here. This massive point of control level that we were supposed to hold, but we lost it, right? Big dump. But still, you know, as long as we hold this level right here, right, and we're this oversold, I believe this is pretty bullish here for RSR, right? Putting in the higher low, you know, putting in this higher low here, but being equally oversold as back here in the bear market, right? So I really like this setup here for RSR long term on the monthly, that is. So if you want to play it safe, you can wait maybe a couple months to see if we do bottom out here, maybe flatten out here. And being this oversold is really good here on the monthly. You can also see we're very oversold on the weekly as well. So yeah, I mean, RSR has been dumping down here. Don't get me wrong, it's in this massive downtrend still, right? It's in this massive downtrend. So I would say, to be safe, wait out a couple weeks, maybe a month or two, to kind of see if it does start to change momentum here. But I would expect RSR being down this much and getting some bullish divergence here to find a bottom near here, right near this level, which is above that bear market resistance level, right? You can kind of see in the bear market, we had a big pump, then we had a dump. So that dump right there is exactly where we're at right now. That resistance right there. And then after that, we had a big reversal, and then, you know, we went up here. So pretty good. All right, so we got Polka Dot, we got XAN. Are you here? Okay, I got you. I got you. So let's do Kita then, and then we'll do Polka Dot. Okay, let's do Kita. Anytime, Angel. Shout out to all you guys on here. Thank you guys for using my link too, by the way. Again, all my links should be in the link bio. You have the links to the top wallets here. You get a discount for each one. And then the second one is for the platform I showed you guys. So honestly, Kita, yeah, I mean, this coin's just been down massively here. You can kind of see ever since it came out here. I mean, this is the chart I can see with the most history. Ever since it came out, it's just been in this massive downtrend. Right now, it's kind of trying to find a bottom here. So in the last couple of days, you know, we've been holding this level right here. So I would say, you know, this is not a bad time to buy. But you definitely don't, you want to wait a little bit too, right? You don't want to go all in right here. Because we can definitely kind of have a move to the upside here and then lose this floor, right? But testing this massive resistance point is pretty good time to buy if you're bullish on this coin. It's just that, you know, ever since this coin came out, you know, it wasn't the best time to come out, right? Because the market was coming down too. It's been in this massive downtrend, right? So I would say, yeah, I mean, I would say if you're bullish on it, definitely buy some, but wait for a complete reversal, right? At least, you know, once it starts holding above 30 cents, then I would say it's bullish. Because this is the big point of control here. You can kind of see how we had a lot of support here, right? Bounce, but then here, we broke that support. We had a bounce, and then we got rejected exactly at our previous support. So once we hold that 30 cents support right here, once we break above this and we hold it, then we should be good. We should be bullish here for a momentum change. Until then, this is pretty bearish, right? Because we can move up here, get rejected here, and then continue this downtrend. So, yeah. All right, so what was it? Polkadot. And honestly, Dot's been very disappointing too. One of the worst charts out there, right? You look at the monthly. It's down so much here, $2. I mean, you really need a miracle here for Polkadot to turn around here, but it's just been dumping and way below its bear market support from back in 2022. So, I mean, that tells me there's something with the project that is not working out, the tokenomics, right? There's a lot of selling pressure. I really don't know what's going on with Polkadot's tokenomics and their team. But if it was something good, right? I mean, it would, if it was a good tokenomics, good team, good project, it would be holding up at least like Chainlink, where Chainlink is holding up above, you know, that bear market level, right? It'll be holding up possibly above like not $8 to $10, but it's way below $4, which was the bear market bottom here. So, I mean, that's definitely not good. So, you know, the chart just speaks for itself. Every single week here, new low, new low, new low. So if you want to play it safe, you should wait for at least a couple weeks to see if we start to change momentum. But we're just in this massive downtrend here. Are altcoins lower than they have been in 2022? That's a great question by Jay Pizzo. A lot of altcoins are, in fact, like Polkadot's one of them. Polkadot's one of them. I mean, we'll just go through them right now, right? Ethereum, most of them aren't, like the good ones aren't. Actually, no, I would say most of them are. It's just a lot of them are like lower cap, but like ETH obviously isn't. XRP isn't below 2022 bear market lows. Solana, no. Even Cardano, okay, isn't, right? Which was, the low was around like 22 cents, 24 cents. So there's a lot of good, that's a great sign right there too that I will look to invest, right? You don't want to be investing in these coins that are lower than their bear market bottoms back in 2022, right? Chainlink above it. Even AVAX is above it. So yeah. Now I would say that's a great sign, right? That's a great sign to know if a altcoin will long-term survive. So crypto.com as well. But again, like Filecoin is, right? Filecoin is below its 22 bottom. I would probably say even Atom is, right? Cosmos as well. I mean, look at this, 2020 way below its bottom. The other one too is Matic. So there is a good handful of coins that are. Hey Lewis, Aptos, please. Yeah, we'll take a look at Aptos. Let's take a look at Aptos here. Let's see how it's looking. And thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate it. I gotta go live more often because you guys always be killing it. I would say even Aptos is too, right? Aptos. I mean, it came out. I think it came out like in 2022, end of 2022. But it's below its, you know, its price here when it first came out, right? When it first dumped down here. So not very good. Not very good, to be honest. Let me see if there's another chart here for Aptos that has more history. Yeah, I mean, this chart right here. So you can kind of see how Aptos comes out. And then we've been dumping lower here from when it came out here, right? So, I mean, this is not a good sign. I would say this is not a good sign. For Aptos, if you want to play on the safe side, I mean, it's just, like I said, the chart speaks for itself. Each week, boom, new low, new low, new low, new low. If you want to play it safe, you want to wait for a bullish structure to start to change here, right? Change momentum and kind of find a bottom. You'll usually see the signals here for a bottom here. But buying it right now after we're putting in a new low each week, week after week after week, it's kind of risky, right? Because it's kind of like maybe you're buying a falling knife, right? You're possibly buying a falling knife that's just going to keep falling, or kind of just stagnate here and just be flat here for super long term. So I'd be careful with Aptos. If you're investing in these coins, you better be doing some research on the project and have a good reason on why you're bullish on them. But yeah, I'll definitely wait up a little bit on Aptos to kind of see it flatten and kind of consolidate here and start to change momentum. So yeah, great. Sandbox is another one. Yeah, Sandbox is another great example. NCT Swarm. Is that a coin? Again, guys, I'm going to try my best to cover all your favorite altcoins. Jeffrey, what's up, Jeffrey? Yeah, so Polyswarm, you know, Polyswarm is not looking too bad either, right? We're testing basically the resistance here from back in 2023. So if we can hold this level, I would say we're building some support here to eventually put in this higher low here, right? And we're finally coming down to oversold for the first time on the monthly. So I mean, Polyswarm doesn't look too bad. It needs to hold this level right here, put in the higher low right there. So if you want to play it safe, you can wait too, right? On the weekly, we're starting to kind of consolidate here, kind of flatten out for a little bit. If you want to play it safe, you can kind of wait for the weeklies to start to push up a little bit, but not too bad here for NCT, holding this level, this heavy resistance here. We can flip this as future support. Yeah, anytime, Adam. We got EC, we got ETC. What is that? Ethereum Classic. HBAR, yeah, I'll take a look at HBAR. Luna Classic as well. I got you. My bad. I didn't see your comment on Luna Classic. We got Silver, XRP. I got you guys. Just hang in there. I'm gonna cover all your favorite altcoins. Ethereum Classic too. Wow. Massive retest here for Ethereum Classic here from back 2020 even. So I mean, Ethereum Classics is testing that bear market support and that 2020 resistance back here. So this is definitely Ethereum Classic's biggest point of control level, and we're in it right now. Let's see if the bulls take advantage of this and we can form a bottom here. If the bears take advantage of this, we lose this. and probably come down to like $9. But you know, we're gonna see we definitely got to see some signs here for a bottoming here, and we're starting to see a lot of oversold levels here on the weekly, on the monthly even. So I mean, this makes me more bullish, even though Ethereum Classic is testing these really low levels. Seeing how oversold it is makes me very bullish. And what would make me more bullish here for Ethereum Classic is once it wins, once it takes control of that 21-25 moving average here on the daily, which you can see it's kind of been resistance here for a minute. Once we kind of consolidate here, flatten out, and then boom, pull back, flip it as support, and take control of that 25-21. That's going to be the first signal that we're creating a bottom and we're flipping bullish for ETH Classic. But until then, pretty bearish here, right? It all starts with the daily, the shorter time frames, and then it works its way up here to the higher time frames. So but yeah, what was the next coin here? We got a Luna Classic Lunk. Lunk did get a nice pump here a couple days ago. Yeah, look at that. Lunk had a big green candle here. And man, believe it or not, I'm still holding my Lunk. I'm still holding my Lunk, believe it or not. This is the OG chart for Lunk, by the way. Right, I'm pretty sure this might give some of you guys PTSD right here. It's insane, right? Back in 2022. But you can kind of see here, Lunk had a big move to the upside this month. So, you know, this might be the start of something good. You know, because we're engulfing the previous, we're almost engulfing the previous 2 months here. We still got 24 days left. So, I mean, there's a big chance Lunk can engulf the previous 2 months here. And that can be very bullish here. But it can also be bearish, in which we're coming back up, getting rejected right there, and then continue this downtrend. So really want to look at the both sides here. Extremely oversold on the monthly. I like that we're starting to curve up here. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. I really like Lunk having this big move here. It's just all about the closing here, where we can close out here on the monthly and on the weekly. But you know, as of right now, we're still bearish. We have to close above this level, right? It starts with the lower time frames, but we start regaining this support level. You know, and we start to move up here, kind of have like a V-shaped recovery. So it's kind of bullish here. I would say it's mostly bullish here for Lunk, especially since if in the next coming days we don't have a big dump, right? Kind of like a pump and dump. We can hold this level. I would say we'll probably continue this into 2026. Man, you guys killed it today. Absolutely amazing. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, you guys can check out right here. This right here. This is my new deal here for you guys. Ends December 19th. I've been using them for like a year and a half. They're a great platform. You guys can check it out in the profile. December 19th. And you can get up to this amount right there. And it's instant reward. So you deposit, put in your first trade. It could be $1 trade. And then boom. Okay, you can get up to that amount right there. And you can use, to get it, just use my, just go to my profile. It's the second one. No KYC. But yeah, they're pretty good. I've been using them for about a year and a half. And that's where I leverage trade and also spot buy. They have some good lower cap coins that other exchanges don't have. So what was the coin you asked for, C? Let me check out your coin. Lunk is LUNC. LUNC. Oh, GRT, right? You asked for GRT. Okay, we'll do GRT real quick. And also, guys, I got the Trezor Safe 7 review on YouTube. I'm going to make one for TikTok too. And I'm going to make a review for this one. The Classic Pure. This is the cheapest wallet right here. I'm telling you guys. $79 with my coupon, my 5% coupon. This is worth it. It has an element chip. It has open source, and it's battery free. Now you might think that's a con. Like, why is it good that it's battery free? The reason why it's good is that it doesn't, you don't have to worry about the battery failing in the future. So this works with, when you plug it in, it turns on. So you don't have to worry about the battery failing. And it's super cheap. It has a bunch of great variety of coins, networks you can use on this. And they have open source software too. So shout out to One Key. You can check it out right there. And if you use my link, you get that 5% off. Right here for One Key. Just go right here. Boom. But I like these top three because they're open source: Trezor, Keystone, and One Key. Open source. So you can check it out on my profile. So take a look here at GRT. Not very good. Yeah, not very good for GRT. I mean, we're not even reacting with the market, right? We're not even reacting with Bitcoin moving up. It's just kind of been dumping here. And I mean, to be honest, we kind of need a miracle here for a GRT. You can kind of see we're in this massive downtrend on the daily. On the daily, that 21 MA, 25, right? We're just riding this to the downside. So, I mean, the first sign here that we'll start to see GRT start to flip bullish is once we flip that 25.21 as support on the daily, which is around 5 cents right now. Once we have a big pump, flip it as support. That's going to be your first domino effect. But until then, I mean, this coin, we got a big rejection right here in this zone right here. Kind of like a bear flag, boom, boom. And that was when Bitcoin dumped, right? But yeah, I mean, unless we have a big pump here back to like 7 cents, 8 cents, this coin is probably going to keep dumping here. And you really want to watch this coin. If you're bullish on this coin, you want to watch it to see what happens when Bitcoin goes back to like 103K, to see if it actually reacts with the market moving up. Because if it doesn't, that's a really bad sign. So, I mean, I would stay away from GRT unless you're bullish on it, on the project. It's just not it's not a great chart. And recently we've been closing below that 2022 bottom right here, right? The 22 bear market bottom. So you think about it, the last 3 months we've been closing below bear market bottoms here from 2022. Okay, so that's not really a good sign on the weekly. On the monthly, last month, right? Last month and possibly this month, we're going to close below that 2022 bottom. So not really that good. Summer, what's up, Summer? Monad? Oh, you want me to check out Monad? I got you. Yeah, I'm still holding my Monad. And by the way, guys, if you're holding Monad, right? Let's say you did participate in the pre-sale for your for Coinbase. Check out Gemini because they're doing Monad staking up to 12%. So what I did is I moved my Monad from Coinbase to Gemini, and I'm staking it for 12%. For some reason, Coinbase doesn't have that, but Gemini does. And you can check out Gemini right here. You get $50 if you use my link. So if you don't have a Gemini account yet, use my link. You get $50. And then if you want to get their credit card, use my link right here in orange, and you get another $50 after your first statement. So take advantage of these deals. They're all in my profile. But $50 account on Gemini, $50 for the credit card, and you can stake Monad there for like 12%. So it's pretty good. Now looking at Monad here, let's see how it's doing here. So I mean, it's basically, it came down, it pumped right after it came out, but it's basically at the same price, the same buying price for the pre-sale, which is 0.25. So, you know, the good thing is that it didn't dump here. It could possibly dump here to to 0.23, but and it looks like it wants to, right? You can kind of see we're losing some support, but it's basically the same price, the same pre-sale price. Yeah, let me take this guy out here. I don't know what this guy's doing. All right. Tonic. Sure, we'll take a look at Tonic for you. Tonic is this one right here. Yeah. Wait, Tonic, not Ton coin, right? Tonic, right? That's the coin you're talking about. Okay, this coin right here. So Tonic, which is available on crypto.com, is actually on Chronos. You can see on the monthly, it's just been in this massive downtrend. But let's see if we can kind of get some hints here if we're going to get a reversal here anytime soon. The good thing is here that falling on the weekly, right, we're starting to kind of change momentum here, but we've still been falling here, putting some new lows here on the weekly. So, I mean, this might be the beginning of the pivot. You really don't know. We need some more time here, but you can see how we're just dumping, and we're finally starting to get a couple days here where we're kind of creating a bottom. But overall, not really that good, right? I do hold a little bit of this coin. But if you want to play on the safe side, you can definitely wait. I mean, I would definitely wait some time here before to watch it kind of consolidate and start to move up. All right, unless you might be buying a falling knife here. The good thing is on the monthly, it's on the weekly, it's extremely oversold, which is a great thing. Right, on a lot of time frames, it's pretty oversold here, except on the daily. So, you know, I would say here too on the daily that 25.21, we can have a pump up there to around 16, right, 16.65 or so. And if we're bearish, we got a resistance right there and continue this downtrend. So if you want to play it safe, if you know, once we break this and hold this as support, because you can see, look how many times we got rejected right there. I would say on the daily, once we break above it, that's gonna be when we're bullish, right? Once we break above it and hold that as support. But until then, pretty bearish here for Tonic. Hey, Louis, gonna give me an update on Say. Yeah, we'll take a look here at Say. Let's see how Say is looking here. And the H bar, yeah, I'll take a look at H bar next. Shout out to Jay Pizzle. Appreciate it. We almost got 17,000 likes. Man, so Say's been losing some key levels here, right? We lost that support from back in March and April, so that, I mean, that's not a good thing. We're coming back here to targets from where Say launched, back here. So, yeah, I mean, this is on the weekly, right? On the monthly, though, I mean, the monthly can kind of save us, though. We got 24 days left here on the monthly, so if we get a monthly close back above 13 cents here, that could be a really good thing here for a bottom possibly being in right there, and then continue to move to the upside and eventually 18 cents. So we got 24 days left here before that happens, but I would say a monthly close below 13 cents, pretty bearish in my opinion, for Say. All right. You can kind of see here too on the daily that 25.21. It's just been riding that down here, right? The 25 being the yellow, 21 being the blue. So we're not looking good here as we're in this massive downtrend, and we're just, every time we move to the upside, we get rejected on that 21 and just keep going down. So, you know, I would say if you're bullish on it, I would definitely buy because it's pretty low. But there's also a big chance it doesn't recover here, right? So, I mean, if you want to play it safe, you can wait till the end of the month. And if it does start moving up above 13 cents, that's a bullish sign right there. And you can start buying. Because most likely it'll start to move back up to like 16, 18. Yeah, monthly on the charts do look good for a reversal. That's what I'm saying, right? If we get a close here, start moving above 13 cents, that's a good sign for say. New here, how are you thinking with this no altcoin season? Shifty, thanks for coming to the live stream, man. If you're new here, definitely follow. I do these crypto live streams all the time. My opinion on regarding this bull market, I think it's just very expanded. I know a lot of people are bearish right now. And here's the thing, guys. We can very well have kind of like a mini bear market, sort of say, right? Where we do come back here to Bitcoin's previous all-time highs. And honestly, I would say just get it over with right now, right? But if this does happen, I don't think it's going to be a long-term, like the same way that this bull market wasn't the same as last bull market. I don't expect this mini bear market to be the same as last bear market. You see what I'm saying? I think if we do have kind of like a bear market and we come down here to the previous all-time highs from 2021, I would say it's probably going to be less than half a year, right? It's going to definitely be much faster than these traditional bear markets. And kind of the same thing that it did right here. We came down and we basically bottomed at the previous all-time highs back in 2017, 2018. So that's my overall opinion. But let's take a look here at H-bar here for Jeffrey. Because H-bar, I'm still very bullish on H-bar. You know, we did lose that 0.5 here. And I would say, you know, there's a big probability H-bar does come down a little bit lower to 11 cents, 11.67. We lose that, possibly 10 cents. So, I mean, overall, I can definitely see H-bar coming down lower, but I don't expect it to lose this level. If we do come down lower here for H-bar, 10 cents to 9 cents and a half, this 618 level, I would expect it to put a higher low right there and continue this, you know, kind of like this parabola here to the upside. So overall, I'm pretty bullish on H-bar still, but it can definitely come down to 10 cents for sure. Okay, especially on the monthly, right? The monthly stochastic is going down further to oversold. So it's telling me the momentum is moving to the downside. Okay. So short term, basically short term, I'm bearish on H-bar. Medium to long term, I'm very bullish though, because I would expect it to hold this bottom out here in this zone. So, man, you guys killed it today. Absolutely amazing. Again, check out this deal right here. I've been using them for a year plus, never had any problems. But you guys can get this amount. Ends December 19th. All you got to use is my profile link, and you know, deposit, trade, and you get it instantly. So you get it instantly for this amount. And the best part about using my link is each single month you can participate in these campaigns. They gave me this right here, X Sir Lewis. But it ends December 19th, and the way to take advantage of it is using my link in the profile, which is the second one right here. So after you click on it on the profile, it should be right here, the second one, no KYC. So check it out if you guys are interested in. It's not just for leverage trading, but it's also for buying spot. So I use it for buying spot because there's a lot of coins on this platform that aren't on Coinbase or aren't on these other big exchanges. You know what I mean? Dang, I'm already in Bitnews. Yeah, I mean, if you're already in it, it should be fine. Like, I mean, if you want, you can make a second account, use my link. The good thing about using my link is that every single month you can participate in these campaigns. So it's not like a one-time link bonus. It's like every single month link bonus that you guys can basically take advantage of, because you know, I'm like one of the special people that they love my live stream so much. They just, normally this is a one-time campaign, but they give me these campaigns each month. So, and they give me the best ones. Usually they're like $300. This one's 500, and this is just the deposit. Those also the trading volume. So if you're a big trader, based on the volume, Boom, right? Based on the deposit, this is still a pretty good deal. But yeah, take a look at it. Maybe you can create a new email. We'll see. Every month. Yeah, every month. I mean, every month they're giving me these campaigns. This is the biggest one they gave me, up to this amount, but every single month. And again, you don't have to, if you use my link one time, you should be able to do it using my link, basically. Oh, no. So, no, you don't have to create a new account every month. So basically, you create one account, right, using my link, and then every single month, you can participate in this campaign. You just got to follow what I show you here. So let's say you use my link for this month and you deposit this amount and you get this amount, you'll get that bonus. Now this ends December 19th, right? So after that, they're going to give me a new campaign and it's going to say, you know, something similar probably. And you don't have to create a new account. All you basically have to do is just use the same account and just do the same thing and you get that bonus again. So that's the good thing about using my link. But yeah. 7 phones. What's up, bro? How you doing? Yeah, basically, yeah. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty good. And I've been using them for a year plus. Never had any problems with them. I withdraw from them. You know, never had any problems. And I mostly buy on spot, to be honest. I have some trades open. I do some leverage trading, but they have a lot of great coins on spot that you can't get on Coinbase, for example. So I like buying a lot of coins on there on spot. So good, waiting on them to start printing this money. I know, right? When are the tariff checks coming in? I'm probably gonna start going super money printer once Powell gets out. Once he gets out and the new guy comes in, we're gonna get some crazy money printer. I don't know if there's any fees on spot. I think if there is, it's probably super low. But I've been buying on spot. I mean, there's really not, you know, I don't see a big difference in fees. I got 3K in USCR, got 102K coins of it. USCR, I never heard of that coin before. Oh, there's none on spot? Oh, that's awesome. That's great to know. Thank you. Shout out to C-Girl. That's 14 cents now. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, guys, basically, you know, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin here, holding this key level. On the monthly, on the 2-week, right, the 50 MA, on the weekly, the 100 MA. So I'm gonna turn bearish once we start losing these levels here, one time frame at a time, on the 3-day, right, on the weekly. But so far, you know, Bitcoin's holding it, and let's see how we react here to 94K Bitcoin again, and then possibly 98K Bitcoin. And then the big level that I want to see Bitcoin test out here is that 102, 103 level, because that's where the 50-week is on the weekly. Right, so that 50-week, that was big support right here, right? Very big support right here back in March. We got a beautiful bounce right on the 50-week, which is in green. Now, we're going to test it from the other way down, the other way up, right? We're going to test it as resistance. So, I mean, we're probably going to get some resistance, but if we get some bearish divergences or if I see some signals, I'm definitely going to be live streaming here and giving you guys updates. But let's see how we react to that 50-week here on the other way up, on the other side. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing too, guys, right? I keep it real with you guys. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things. The honest truth is no one really knows if we're going to go to 70K Bitcoin, 75K, 35K. But we can get hints along the time, right? It's not guaranteed, but we can see hints here in the charts that can kind of give us hints on whether we are going down that low. But, you know, there's a lot of bearish sentiment, a lot of fear. And when you start to see these repetitive numbers, right, it kind of messes with your psychology. Same thing on the way up, right? Same thing on the way up. When you start to see repetitive numbers, usually is the best time to sell. But I'm going to keep it real with you guys always when I'm live streaming. And yeah, again, check out my profile link. Use my deals here. I got the Trezor Safe 7, the best wallet in my opinion, right here. Got my review video on YouTube. If you guys want 5% off, use my link in the profile. Same thing with the one key. And if you guys are long-term crypto, you definitely want to have a cold storage wallet. It's just very safe in my opinion. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Shout out to everyone on here. Jay Pizzle, Summer, all you guys on here. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. I'll be live again this week. And if you guys are new to me, join my free Telegram, which should be in my profile as well. But yeah, love you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. Peace.